Here is the magazine rack shown in Chapter 7 with the two side components, the top component and the bottom shelf. I'll show in this video how I would make the tongue and groove joints in the corners. We'll zoom in on the top corner, and I'm going to make a copy of the top component and place it just above the assembly. This is not necessary, but it will help show what happens when we edit the assembly component below. Now I'll select the tape measure tool to create the outline of the shape, 1/4 inch high for the groove, 3/16 inch wide for the groove. We need to select the component and edit the component. Right click and then edit component, and pick the line tool and trace over the outline of the groove in the top component. You can see the lines being added above in the copy of the component, and pick the push-pull tool, hover over the groove shape, click, and run it back to the back edge. Click the push-pull tool on the back edge of the assembly, and as you can see, the groove is all the way through to the other side. We can now right click and close the component and delete the extra copy. Right click and erase. Okay, we've done the groove. Now we need the tongue that is built into the side component. Edit the, let's make a copy of the side component, bring it over to the right. Again, this doesn't have to be done, but it's easier to see the changes that are made as we go. Click on the component, edit component. This is the side component. Pick the line tool and trace over the shape of the groove with the line tool, and you can watch the lines on the copy to the right. That whole upper section is a waste material which we can remove with the push-pull tool. Hover over that waste area and then run it back to the back edge. Click on the back edge, and we have a 3/16 inch wide tongue on the top of the side component. In fact, both sides have now this tongue, and we can erase the extra copy, erase any guidelines with the eraser tool, and then in zooming out you can see that the tongue is on the other side component as well. It's oriented properly because of the mirroring, the flipping that we did earlier in the chapter. Now we need the groove in the left end of the top. So again, we edit the component, trace over the shape of the tongue, pick the push-pull tool, and run the groove back to the back edge. Right click in space and close the component, and the top joints are complete. The same procedure can be used on the joints in the bottom shelf. And I'm going to make a copy of the left hand side component so that you can see the groove that we made there.